San Antonio Spurs fans who allowed themselves a hint of cautious optimism concerning the health of superstar forward Kawhi Leonard received a gut punch Friday when Coach Gregg Popovich declared the MVP candidate out for the Spurs season opener against the Minnesota Timberwolves on Wednesday night. "He won't be available," said Popovich, per the San Antonio Express-News, who also noted that there's no timetable for Leonard's return, and with that, a truckload of Spurs-loving hearts sunk to depths lower than the basement of the Alamo. Back on September 30th, the Spurs announced they'd be holding Leonard out for the remainder of the preseason as he recovers from right quadriceps tendinopathy. At the time, Popovich said the injury was a lingering issue going back to last season and that the team hoped to have him back as soon as we can. Leonard has experienced further issues with his quads beyond what affected him in 2016 to 2017, which adds an extra layer of uncertainty to his situation. "We last saw Leonard, who averaged 25.5 points on 48.5% shooting in 2016 to 2017, going down with an ankle injury in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals against the Golden State Warriors, a turn of events that cost the Spurs a big lead in that game and ultimately led to a rather easy sweep for the eventual champs. Although the quad ailment with which he's currently dealing isn't believed to be connected to that ankle problem, the list of health issues for the 26-year-old former Finals MVP continues to grow. The Spurs are likely in big trouble should Leonard's quads continue to keep him shelved. The only major addition San Antonio has made to its roster since the end of last season is forward Rudy Gay, who is coming off a torn Achilles tendon. Gay, the former Sacramento King, Toronto Raptor and Memphis Grizzly, has shown up during the preseason, scoring 13 points to go with 7 rebounds, 4 assists and a steal in 20 minutes during a loss to the Orlando Magic on Tuesday. But both he and the Spurs will be far better served by the veteran easing his way back to full-time status via a reserve role, not attempting to replace one of the league's best players. If anyone can make do without the services of his number one guy for an extended period, it's Pop, who has raised the level of adjusting to depleted lineups due to injury or rest, or what have you over the years to an art form. The Spurs are already without starting point guard Tony Parker, who is attempting to return from a torn quadriceps suffered during San Antonio's Western Conference semifinal triumph over the Houston Rockets last spring, at age 35. But losing Leonard, probably the best two-way player in the NBA, for long may be too much even for Pop. These Spurs are old at their core, with 37-year-old Pau Gasol, 40-year-old Manu Ginobili, and 32-year-old LaMarcus Aldridge all expected to still play key roles. Without a player of Leonard's caliber anchoring things, particularly in the deep Western Conference, things could get away from the Spurs in a hurry.